Because the supermodel Claudia Schiffer has been criticised by animal welfare charities for walking down the red carpet with a cat in her rucksack.
What do you think about that? Quite interesting, because I think plenty of people carry their cats in a backpack.
Yeah, certainly
but this was in the full glare of the media. Lots of lights, can be quite disconcerting for animals.
Well, joining us now is Showbiz reporter Ellie Phillips. Really good to see you this morning, Ellie. So animal charities have said they're very concerned about this, haven't they? Tell us a bit more.
Yeah, so just to put it all in context, essentially this was on the red carpet at the Argyle World Premiere that took place on Wednesday. Claudia Schiffer's cat that we saw there is called Chip. If anyone's interested, he's got his own Instagram page. He actually played the role of a cat called Alfie in the film Argyle. It's quite a major role, actually, because in the film, Alfie belongs to Ellie Conway, played by Dallas Howard, and the film's all about her as a spy novelist who gets drawn into this world of real-life espionage. The problem is, obviously, Claudia brought her cat to the red carpet in this bag. And also, I just must put out the connection here, why Claudia Schiffer's cat, because Claudia Schiffer isn't in the film. She's married to the film's director, Matthew Vaughn, which is why Chip, their cat, played such a mega role in this film. So anyway, Claudia brings her cat to premiere in this kind of Argyle patterned backpack. But it's actually a specifically bespoke made cat carrier. It's got Perspex dome on the front that you can see with loads of air holes into it. It's actually safe for a cat. But the issue is people are saying it's twofold. One is like animals shouldn't really be seen as a kind of fashion accessory. And also is it encouraging people to carry animals in that way without realizing how bespoke this design is and how safe it is for the animal? Because from a distance, from photographs, I don't think you can really see that there are air holes. It almost looks like it's in some kind of, I don't know, a spaceship suit or something, or going underwater, whatever that might be. So that, I think, is the main concern here, that will people do a copycat thing and actually cause a lot of harm to these animals? So I do see why people are concerned. And also, she could have just taken it on, a little lead on the runway. But I guess then potentially they felt protected the cat a little bit more. So I can kind of see it from both ways.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if they'd have put it in the lead, the cat would have walked along like a dog. But I mean, interestingly, I've carried, I was at Animal Charity Awards, and I brought one of my dogs along and I had her in my arms. But the difference there was that she could move. I mean, that cat carrier seemed quite an enclosed environment if you're in the glare of all these lights.
Absolutely. And what those pictures don't show is actually when Claudia handed the backpack over to the actual actors in the film so that the cat could be pictured with the actual ensemble, you couldn't see the cat because it was hidden away in the bag. It clearly, didn't want to have to show its head out of that element of it. But then also you have to think that when you travel with animals, if you travel on aeroplanes, in some cases, if you've got a support dog animal, they have to be in certain carriers. People often crate their animals at night, so it's not unusual for small animals, in particular domesticated animals, to be put in bags and crates and things like that. I just think it's the fact that it was on a runway. It seemed a fashion moment, and there's a lot going on at the moment about should we dress animals up, should we make them fashion accessories, and more to me, it's worrying that people might try and copy the trend without actually taking the correct safety measures that are in place for this specific bespoke bag.
And I mean, at the end of the day, I think owners like Claudia Schiffer, who I'm sure looks after her cat beautifully, I think it's her daughter's cat, they do know their animals. And I suspect she's probably very responsible and wouldn't have brought the cat along if she thought the cat was uncomfortable. And also, I think it's another reason for animal charities to raise the issue about suspect breeds of cats. I mean, I think this cat is a Scottish fold cat, which charities say are susceptible to genetic mutations. So it gives them an excuse to talk about that.
Yeah, actually, I always think one of the reasons I love showbiz is whenever you see someone famous doing something, whether it's good or bad, it opens up that channel of conversation to discuss a wider issue. So people might condemn what she's doing, but like you said there, it offers animal charities, people at large, to hear, learn and understand more about, in this case, cats. So I actually think in the long run, it will do more good than bad. So, I mean, I'm sure, and like you said, I'm sure Claudia Schiffer loves that cat, would never want to bring harm to it. it was a safe bag for the cat to be in. So I think you're right. I think actually the fact that she's done this in the long run will be a positive thing.
Yeah.
OK, Ellie Phillips, Showbiz Reporter, really good to see you this morning. Thank you very much indeed.
We should just add, Claudia Schiffer, she hasn't yet commented. She might do during today, but she's put lots of pictures and videos on her social media, but she hasn't actually commented on what certain charities are saying.
Yeah, but it is dividing people. Arnie says, I don't see how this is cruel. He uses one himself when he's on a motorbike with his cat. She's strapped in. She has plenty of room to move. There's plenty of air circulation. What is the problem? He says the problem is Gen Z woke snowflakes who need to get a life.